are you doing, beautiful people? Come on into the building. It's your girl, Awesome Speaks. And I want to thank you for joining my show, okay? I am doing a recap of Power and where we are so far in the season. So, as you can see, I already have it up. We might as well start with Tariq and his lovely, lovely young and little girlfriend, Lauren, okay? First of all, let me say Happy New Year to everybody. I hope everybody is safe. I hope that you are blessed. I hope that you had a great holiday season. I hope that you had all your family with you near and dear. And this virus is still out there. So, please be careful, please be safe. And with that, let's just go on ahead and dive on into the show. Okay. So yeah, we have Tariq and Lauren here now. I'm doing recaps as well as character breakdowns. So, of course, I wanted to start with these two up first. One, because Tariq is a main character. Two, because his main girl might get shot, okay, based on how this plays out. All right, so right now we are at up to episode 5. And episode 6 premieres this coming Saturday if you're a serious fan at midnight, or you can just wait to watch with everybody else Sunday evening. So with Tariq, and we're looking at this character, right? It's more of a situation where he's in jail currently, right? So that's where we left off on episode 5. He is locked up. He just got a letter from his dad that said, I knew you would end up here. All right. And he pretty much doesn't know what to do. Right. I didn't want to show that picture just in case anybody didn't see it. Hopefully I didn't spoil it for you. But if I did, that's what happens. Also with Lauren and the role that she plays in this is going to be very tricky for her as well. Because Professor, I'm forgetting her name. I can't think. Yes. Professor Carey, okay, aka Professor Milgram, has convinced Lauren to play a very deadly game with everybody as far as keeping that watch on, even when she wanted to give it back, wanting to continue to have her follow Brayden and have her think that it was Brayden that everybody was after when she knew it wasn't Brayden that everybody was after. Okay, it's like she's making a case not only for herself, I'm talking about Professor Milgram to die, but she's also making a case for Lauren to possibly be shot as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's going to work out good for either one of them. She might end up being a sacrifice. I hope that's not the case, but it might be the case. Then we got these two fools. You could tell that they related, okay, the way that they write for them. Both of them are hotheads. Okay, you got Monet going off on everybody, and you got Kane killing every damn body. But I think there is one thing that Kane has finally come to recognize, that he is not as crazy as Mecca. I think that Mecca is definitely somebody that he fears. And it's just a matter of time to see how long that fear holds out, really. But Kane is definitely shook by the way that Mecca moves and the way that he resolves. Now, where Kane fucked this up at is you don't set up Tariq. I think if Monet had a chance to choose, she would definitely choose Tariq over Kane right now, which is fucked up. But they got a fucked up type of relationship. What you gonna do, right? At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, Monet is a hothead. She's been acting erratically, at least for the past 2 episodes. So you figure for 3, 4, and she started to come to her senses now around 5. But it might already be too late. Okay. I think she's gonna help Tariq get out of this pickle that he's in. And again, just like Kane, said, if it falls on him, like she said, it just falls on him. He was the one that was stupid enough to kill Ramirez anyway. in another hothead moment. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to need everybody to just cool down. But the Tejadas are not really known to be cool. So, that's part of the problem. That is part of the problem. Now, let me tell you about this chick right here. She gonna die. She gonna die, and she gonna deserve her death, Professor Milgram. You have earned the right to respectfully die right now on Power. That means you could die with some piece of dignity. But you crossing that threshold where I'm not going to be able to justify. I mean, look, we already know that that's a character that's definitely dead, okay? It's just a matter of who is going to kill her and how. How they're going to kill her and who is going to do it. Now, who do I think is capable of doing it? Of course, Tariq is capable of doing it, but it might also be Monet, right? Or it could be Kane, because we just saw both of them are hotheads, especially when it comes back that, she's been messing with Zeke and she's still continuing to mess with Zeke. She could even be continuing to influence Zeke further away from the family. Okay. In which case that is not going to work for Monet either. And she ain't having none of that. She's manipulated Lauren. Once Lauren opens her eyes, and even if she confides in Tariq about that could be a reason why Tariq shoots her ass, okay? Or if I was Tariq, I would make Lauren do it. Listen to me now. Listen to me. One, she part of the reason why he got locked away, right? Because they needed the evidence to tie them together. She had the wire and the watch. Once she, admits that, if she ever does at one point, right? Tariq would need some kind of loyal or very over-the-top loyalty act for her to show that she is really down for the cause and she is down with him. Not only that, he will also want to get her to do something that would, jeopardize her, put her at risk as well. That way, it would really be an act of loyalty. I think that if Tariq was smart, that's the way that he would play it. If Monet was smart, she would stay all the way the hell away from the situation, because it's only a matter of time before it comes out that the professor and Zeke were sleeping together. So, and then it would look like he had some serious motive, going back to what Detective Kevin would say. And Lord knows when Carrie dies, that's when Detective Kevin is going to feel so bad and everything. But oh well, it's going to be too late, and she deserves that death, okay? She deserves it, and it's coming. I can't wait to see it. Don't know when it's coming. But just like Jesus being there, you know what's going to be there. Now I want to get to my next two favorite people, all right? Miss Effie and Mr. Tejada. Let me tell you about these two, okay? First of all, I like how Effie is stepping up. Let me just say that in this series. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm trying to get this picture a little. It's acting special. Okay, it's acting very special. There we go. Hopefully it'll stay that way. All right, so I'm trying to, yes, like I said, Effie, I appreciate the fact that she stepped her game up. Not only are we seeing that she can back up them words, but she got them hand actions to back it up as well. All right, I think that is a very good attribute for a young lady to have, especially when you were in the drug dealing business over there in Yale College. All right, you gotta know how to throw them hands. People gonna try you, and you gotta know how to run. Okay, so I appreciate that Effie has both of those things, but she's also very smart, and very articulate. And I like that she's getting Diana to think out the box and think about different things in different kinds of ways. But Diana better be very careful, okay? Because she's going to get shot in the foot like Della Reese if she keep it up. Just like Della Reese did. You can't keep asking for something and then when you finally get it, get mad, okay? You can't ask somebody to shoot you in your foot and then when you finally get shot in the foot, be surprised they shot you in the foot. Diana is asking for trouble, taking on too much. Now, I understand that she might be a little upset with her mom because she wants to go to school and all this other stuff, but at the same time, She's playing a very dangerous game trying to pin her dad against her mom, even though Monet has her own stuff going on that will eventually come out, okay, in time, including the fact that Zeke is her son. But overall, come on, Diana, you could be a daddy's girl and still not be snitching and doing all kinds of stuff from your mama. Either way, I think that Effie is still a good character for Diana to be around because Diana naturally is a little dumb. She's very naive. Not dumb, she's naive. Okay, and I think Effie will be the one to really shake that out of her. Now, when it comes to Mr. Tejada, aka Big Daddy Boss himself, I think now that he's home and he's out of jail, that is definitely going to turn the wheels and also turn the tables because Monet is going to have no choice but to fall back. And she's had so many years where she's in charge. I don't even know if she's even capable of falling back at this point. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic now that he's in the house. I know that Kane is already going to feel some type of way once he finds out that his dad does not really see him as the number one, and it's Drew that is that he has in mind for that number one spot. So I mean, there's just so much to unpack even in episode 6. I mean, the fact that Mr. Tejada was getting out of jail and he told Monet nothing, and Monet is his wife. It's just like, what the fuck is going on here? Okay. But at the end of the day, he knows Monet is doing something and she's up to something. He ain't with it. He's not with it. He ain't falling for it. He not about that life, okay? And at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you right now, there's only one person that is going to get her all the way caught up, and that is this brother right here, okay? Mr. Daniel Sunjata himself, a.k.a. Mecca, a.k.a. I don't even know what to call him because he just fine. It's just fine. Okay? And I don't even like light skins. And that's right. I said it. But yeah, anyway, I'm only joking. Of course. Love my people of all colors. But at the same time, he got Monet going in some wheels and some circles, okay? And that's the reason why she can't keep her head on straight. But the reason, I'm still trying to figure out one of his motives. The one motive I am trying to figure out with Mecca. Now, I know that he has Kane close to him because it allows him to be able to see or, find out the other stuff that's going on with the Tejada family that Monet is not telling him. But how does he think this is going to work out for him when Kane finally realizes that he kind of used him to keep backhanded tabs on Monet and their whole family and everything that's going on? I mean, I really feel bad for Kane this season. He's being betrayed by his mama. He about to be betrayed and looked, passed over to the side by his daddy. And he had somebody who he actually was feeling like he was building a bond and a respect with that is still kind of using him in the back end to find out about his mama. I think that he's going to come out of this completely jaded, and we're going to see if he even make it out. I think that Kane is definitely going to make it out to another season because that's just going to ramp up, that snowball to get even bigger and roll. But this brother right here, okay, and let's just say that Monet has a type because Mecca and Mr. Tejada look exactly the same. So kudos to the people out there for finding the people them to look like the people them for the show them. Yes, okay? They did a great job doing that, okay? But yeah, so he's got her spinning head over toe. And I wouldn't be surprised if Mary J was a little smitten with him in real life. I'm just saying. I mean, it's a nice piece to look at while you're on the set. Don't even act like, it's hard candy on the eyes. It ain't. It ain't. It ain't at all. And this thing is still acting stupid. And it's like, wow. All right, here we go. So when we look at Mary and why does it keep doing this to me? When we look at Mary, aka Monet, and Diana, the one thing that causes me pause, okay, is the fact that it will not stay still. I don't know what's going on. my name is just gonna have to be there. So the one thing that keeps causing me pause with this mother-daughter dynamic, right, is the fact that, and it happens between mothers and daughters, I can't even lie. It's a power struggle. It's a power struggle between what one wants the younger one to do and the younger one trying to find her own place in the world. The only thing that I don't agree with that Diana is doing is, like this whole like daddy girl thing. It doesn't work for me because, yes, he will tell you yes to anything, but your mom is the one that's really going to teach you how to finagle in these streets. So, I don't like the disloyalty to Monet and the like sneaking around, the stealing of the $1 million, and especially after she realized that somebody got murked for it. It's just like, so you wasn't going to come and tell your mama nothing? I mean, she would have probably regretted shooting the construction guy, but what was done was done. The same way it was done when she killed, you know what I'm saying, her old connect. So my whole thing was, I think Diana is being a little bit messy. And even though she thinks that she's smarter than everybody, and she is putting the pieces together, she's just showing over and over again how unloyal she is to her mom. She knew about Kane switching the coke to sugar. She didn't say anything. I mean, she disclosed that to Tariq before she disclosed it to anybody else. So it's just like Diana's loyalties right now lies with herself. And I think she's going to use anybody that she can to get to the top. So she's definitely a character to watch out for. I think that even though her and Tariq are working together right now, there will come a time in the seasons ahead that the two of them are going to be in the odds, especially if Diana gets into the power position of like where her dad is, or her dad, releases the crown to her and not to Monet. Then it's going to be some shit hellstorms to play with. But as long as Tariq still stays on her sweet side, it'll work. But I see that's what is not going to work. She's going to get hellified on him because whether he does it, whether she finally gets with him or not, she's going to eventually resent him for looking her over if he never acknowledges that she is into him, right? And if she is into him, and if it doesn't work out, like we all know it won't, right? That's going to be a whole nother shitstorm. So either way you look at it, the shit is coming. It's flying. All right. And these two, firecrackers. And I'm here for all the shits. I just want you to know I'm here for it. I love it. Here is another character, Zeke. He dead. I'm telling you, he gonna die. If he don't die, they definitely are gonna write him off the series. Why? Because honestly, it's no real need to have him here, especially when Carrie dies, because she will be dying this season. And I know that for a fact because, they already cast another professor on the campus for next year. They already started filming season 3, and that is going to be Keisha Sparks. If you don't remember who Keisha Sparks is, she was the young lady who played William's girlfriend in the sitcom Girlfriends all the way back then in the 90s. And let me tell you something, Girlfriend looks exactly the same. She hasn't aged. She ain't got no cracks, no broken back. Good black don't crack. All right. Can I give it up for my people? Come on. Give it up for your people. Okay. Yes. Anyway, I'm moving on. Like I said, Zeke can't hold water even if he had a cup. Okay. And that's saying a lot for Zeke. So, I mean, and what do you think he's going to do when he found out that Monet is not really his aunt, but really his mama? Okay, and Daniel Sunjata is his daddy? That ain't working out well for nobody. That is not going to work out well for nobody. So this is the only picture I could really find of Brayden and with the cast. Okay, we're going to do this retardedness again. Oh, I forgot about Boo Thing over there. I'm going to get to him in a second. All right. I just figured out what I was doing wrong with this thing, people. I was touching the picture. Just don't touch the picture. All right. So Here's a picture of the two actors together, at one of the Power premieres. I believe this was either in New York or California. However, I'm here to talk about Brayden's treacherous ass, okay? Because he feels like he needs to prove something to Cane. Well, we know that ended as soon as they picked up Tariq. I think that Brayden is definitely going to come clean. And with him coming clean, he's going to, it's going to be in his best interest to keep the business going. And not only keep it going, but to get Tariq's ass out of jail. So I know that he's going to have to help him in some kind of form or manner. And he's definitely going to feel guilty about the transactions that have happened because he know that Tariq didn't do it. So that means that only leads that Cane was using him. And I just wonder how Brayden is going to react to that once he realizes that Cane was using him for other purposes. Of course, he's going to feel betrayed, but I think at the same time, he won't be too upset because Cane gave him a chance to experience another side of hustling that Brayden was thirsty and wanted to do. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Like the poster said for Brayden, his thing is loyalty. And it's gonna be an interesting ride in these next 5 episodes to see who exactly he's loyal to. Do I think he'll end up choosing Tariq in the end? Yes. Do I think he will have a choice in the matter though? No. So it just remains to see how those pieces unfold, right? Because you got to know when to fold them, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to run. Who said that? Kenny Rogers. Because you better count your money while you sitting at the table, okay? Because there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Now, I just want to say, everybody knows that love never lasts on Power. It's almost like an iconic sign that if you start to fall in love, they are going to take the one that you love the most. Hence why Angela died. Hence why Ghost died. Hence why Lala died. Or Keisha, okay, LaKeisha. The ones, Haley. And we all know that Tommy really loved Haley. And he choked her to death. That is how love works on Power. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if Tariq kills Lauren. But that's a slide for another show, okay? We're going to try to just get through this one. Drew is either going to end up having to kill his own boyfriend from knowing too much information and not being able to hold his tea. Or, once again, this brother, like I said in my last video, is going to be at the wrong place at the wrong time because he is always there when the shit is going down. And that is part of the problem. He's always there in the shits. Or he's dropping Drew off in the shits. And it's going to be Drew's fault why his boyfriend dies and never gets to pursue his basketball career. So I'm looking forward to seeing that happen because that's definitely going to happen this season as well. He's going to be a bipartisan death. Like, it's like, oh, but who cares really? But at the same time, I'm still interested to see how it's going to happen. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Oh my goodness. And as far as Drew, I think that his character is going to take a turn. This is going to be the turning point for his character. This is why it needs to happen, right? This is why we need to have his lover die. One, because he's too distracted trying to act like he's an artsy-fartsy college student and he really up in these streets. You know what I'm saying? And I think now that Tejada is out, he's really going to force Drew to make that decision. Like, look, this is what I'm grooming you for. No matter who or what you decide to be, and this is what it is. So that's just what it is. And I think we're going to see another side of Drew as time goes on because he does, he is really nice and really sweet, but he does have that real vicious, like flip the script, clock, bank on you. So I think that it's going to be a bumpy ride for him as well. And I don't think him and Diana are going to get along as much as they do now in later episodes. Maybe not in this season. I mean, they might still be all close or whatever in this season based on other things that are going on at play. But I think over time, there also might be a little bit of a power struggle between them, especially if Tejada is still favoring Drew to take the number one spot. And Diana is really trying to prove herself that she can be in that spot as well. So, again, all remains to be seen. I cannot wait for episode 6. All right. Feel free to drop your comments and insight below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, I'm on live. I don't think anybody's here with me, but that's okay. You got to keep trying and keep trying again. Fuck it. It'll hit one day. Just got to stay positive. But anyway, in the meantime, Happy New Year. Stay safe. Please stay healthy. And don't get too wild out there, people. Peace.